Welcome back to Capitol Review. I'm Mark Hall. Attorney General Pam Bondi is scheduled to appear before Congress on Monday to cover a wide range of topics. Joining us now is Congressman Glenn Ivey. Congressman, welcome back to Capitol Review.
Thanks for having me.
We're always glad to have you. Obviously, you sit on the Appropriations Committee. What do you expect to discuss with the Attorney General? Immigration, obviously a big talker.
Yeah, there's going to be a whole range of issues that I think she'll need to discuss. I mean, gun violence is one. You know, the Republicans' failure to roll back any of the access to guns. In fact, they're cutting a lot of Biden programs that were helping to bring violent crime down. I think there's going to be issues with respect to how she's managing the Department of Justice, especially the fact that she's not even investigating, as far as we can tell, the obvious graft that the Trump family seems to be taking. I mean, they took $75 million just from one individual for crypto issues, and then suddenly his SEC fraud case was on pause. So there's a lot of matters like that that I think we're going to have to discuss. The Eric Adams issue, dropping the charges against him, apparently in exchange for him helping with their immigration enforcement efforts, and the deportation issues for sure. Kilmar was one of those, but there are 250 Venezuelans that have been deported, and they're being held. 50 are being held in the jail in El Salvador who didn't commit any kind of offense here, there, or in Venezuela, and had legal paperwork here for the United States, so they were deported illegally. So, and that's just, I'm just scratching the surface with that. There's a lot to cover.
Congressman, can this be productive? The American people would like it to be productive, or could this just turn into a gloves-off slugfest?
Well, I mean, I think we have to figure that out. I'll say this. It's good to have the chance to question her for once, because they've been in office for 6 months, and we're just now getting a chance to ask them questions. Elon Musk has come and gone, and we never had a chance to raise questions with him about what Doge was doing, what was happening with the private information they were collecting and accessing, all of those things. So we've got a lot to do, a lot of ground to cover. I don't know how cooperative they'll be, but we're gonna make a run at it for sure.
Congressman, let's switch gears. A big concern right now, Israel and Iran. Big concern as this continues to escalate, and it seems like Republicans and Democrats, they don't want us to be involved as far as boots on the ground. Where do you stand with that, and is there a bipartisan consensus?
There's a mix of what's going on right now. I think the Republican Party has a split in their views. You've got some of the crowd that is kind of the isolationist crowd that doesn't want to intervene at all. Then you've got others that think, like Lindsey Graham, we should go in and actively start assisting, for example, with bombing parts of Iran, aiming at their nuclear program. I don't think there's a consensus in Congress yet. Apparently the White House is divided about it too. But I think we should be extremely careful before we walk into another Middle East war, because bombing Iran would certainly be a declaration of war, an initiation of a war. And, I think General Colin Powell used to say, if you break it, you own it. I don't know that we really want to own another 10 or 20-year commitment to a country in the Middle East like we had with Afghanistan, for example. So let's be careful. Let's take our time. I think it's a critical decision point for sure, but I don't think we've got to rush into starting a war with Iran.
Congressman Glenn Ivey, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.